My name is Ms. Taylor, and I teach Introduction to Robotics.
All right, thank you. So we have a few questions. First, what do you like most about the robotics course?
So I think it's really important that students have an opportunity to use their whole self when they learn something. It's robotics in some ways is like cooking, where you have to do, you think and you do and you plan.
How heavily is programming integrated with the course?
So robots are propelled by software. There's a few different ways that can happen. The primary way throughout the class is we use software program packages that the robots run on.
How have you seen students at Denali and across campuses develop?
So I like how the students have learned how to collaborate better and resolve conflicts, develop empathy and patience for students. I've been really surprised at students that really don't resonate well with the, with all the academic stuff, but they really want to just build robots. And they're really internally engineers, and to have found them has been really, really great.
Can you provide a general introduction for the new concept of robot game?
It's kind of like a takeoff on Olympics. So the idea is that students can provide a game that their robot can play, that they design, and that other students in the class can play. They also provide documentation well enough that another school could actually recreate their game, and then the original inventors get points, and then the students that play that do it at the second school also get points.
My name's Ibrahim Ayub, and I am a sophomore at Summit Denali.
Okay, what skills have you learned so far throughout this year?
In robotics, we have learned how to program the robots using the EV3 software. We have learned important programming concepts such like functions, if statements, variables, and yeah, pretty much. We've also learned how to never give up, because with robots sometimes there might be like something wrong with your code, or you didn't build it correctly, so it doesn't work, and like you have to just not give up and keep trying.
All right, thank you. What made this course fun?
For me, it was programming, because I really enjoy programming and robotics, so that's the class itself is fun.
All right, thank you. Can there be any improvements to the course?
I would say this was the course's first year at Denali, and I think it did a good job. But like for next year, maybe if like they should have a project in the beginning of the year where like if the students wants to work with Python or another programming language, they should be able to. Like this year, they didn't let us do that until like the last project, which like wasn't really helpful because our robot was already made.
All right, how do you think your learning throughout the year will impact your performance in the robot games?
For the robot game, I feel like my knowledge of now like never giving up, how to debugging, I learned debugging, so I feel like now this will help me, and like how to learn how to build like like building, so I think that will help me.
All right, lastly, how do you think teamwork has been built throughout this year?
It has been built a lot, like all of our projects involve teamwork. It has been built on like at first like me and my partner, we really didn't like work as well, but then like throughout the year, like she taught us like how to work together, like how to divide up the work, like someone builds and the other person programs, so yeah, that has